There are 4 factors that house the 15 Berkeley People Management Competencies. The Berkeley People Management Competencies, or BPM competencies, stem from the Korn Ferry Leadership Architect Competency Model. The second factor of the BPM Leadership Competency Model is results. The results factor represents the competencies that impact your ability to take initiative, manage execution, and focus on performance. The 3 competencies in the results factor are resourcefulness, directs work, and ensures accountability. While you are learning about the 3 results BPM core competencies, check out your companion guide. For each competency, you will notice behavioral anchors in 3 categories: skilled, overuse, and less skilled. As you learn more about each competency, circle if you've printed or bold if you're working on your computer statements that are true for you. So if you notice a behavioral anchor that is true for you when you review the items in the skilled section, circle or bold it. These are your current strengths to capitalize on. As you think about those overuse behaviors, we ask that you remember that sometimes too much of a good thing can be harmful. We all know people who are so focused on one thing or another that productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness might suffer. That's what the overuse behaviors call out. If there are statements in overuse that you find true about yourself, do the same, circle or bold them. These are the areas that you want to be mindful of and monitor. Thinking also about what needs to change to appropriately demonstrate the skill while not being so focused upon it that you're actually inadvertently causing harm or bottlenecks. And if there are items in the list of less skilled bullet points that are true for you, circle or bold those. Those in the less skilled area can be perceived as areas for your own growth and development. Items to prioritize for your role or the role that you're hopeful to grow into. Okay, now you are going to learn more about resourcefulness, directs work, and ensures accountability. The 3 competencies in the results factor. Remember, you're going to notice behavioral anchors in 3 buckets: skilled, overuse, and less skilled. Resourcefulness means securing and deploying resources effectively and efficiently. To be skilled in this competency, you marshal resources. So what does that mean? Think people, funding, material, and support to get things done. You orchestrate multiple activities simultaneously to accomplish a goal. You get the most out of limited resources and apply knowledge of internal structures, processes, and culture to resourcing efforts. With your resourcefulness skill set in tow, let's shift to unpack what overusing this competency could look like. Think, do you stretch available resources beyond capacity, hoard resources from others, gather resources too far ahead of time, or obtain excessive resources? Or do you divert too quickly from a planned approach when something unexpected occurs? If any of these are true for you, bold or circle the items so that you can monitor these items moving forward. Now that you can gauge skilled behaviors and overuse of the resourcefulness competency, let's shift to talk about less skilled. Do you have difficulty figuring out where to get resources? Rely on the same resources over and over? Again, think people, funding, material, and support. Do you get frustrated and become inefficient when things don't go as planned? Or try to impose one way of doing things, or don't adjust swiftly enough? These should be seen as less skilled usage of the resourcefulness competency. Okay, for skilled, bold your strengths or circle them. For overuse, bold or circle items to monitor. And for less skilled, bold or circle items you could improve upon. By having a grasp on your approach as a resourceful manager, let's hone in on the directs work competency. Directs work is defined as providing direction, delegating, and removing obstacles to get work done. If you are skilled here, your behaviors resemble the following. You provide clear direction and accountability so people know roles, responsibilities, and direction. You delegate and distribute assignments and decisions appropriately. Monitor progress by maintaining dialogue on work and results. Provide appropriate guidance and direction based on people's capabilities. This is about knowing the right approach for people in each situation, whether more directive or in a coaching approach. And you intervene as needed to remove obstacles and barriers. Alright, if you are a manager who overuses directing work, you might do these things. Be overly directive and stifle creativity and initiative. Push people too hard by asking them to work at their upper limits. Over-delegate without providing enough direction or help. Or you might give people authority that they shouldn't have. If you are less skilled at directing work, here are some behaviors to notice. Provides incomplete, vague, or disorganized instructions, delegates work to people without giving them sufficient guidance, sets goals and objectives so easy to achieve that people are demotivated in the process. Or you save the high-profile tasks for yourself. Now it's time to revisit your companion guide. For skilled, bold or circle your strengths. For overuse, bold or circle items to monitor. For less skilled, bold or circle items you can improve upon. When you think about the results factor as a grouping of competencies, your foundation is resourcefulness. The way you set people up for success is through directing work. And finally, ensures accountability is about holding yourself and others accountable to meet commitments. To be skilled in ensuring accountability, you follow through on commitments and make sure others do the same. Act with a clear sense of ownership. Take personal responsibility for decisions, actions, and failures. Establish clear responsibilities and processes for monitoring work and measuring results. And design feedback loops within work. If you were to overuse this competency, here are the ways you might know if you do. Don't give appropriate credit to others. Strictly enforce accountability and don't consider situations that are beyond the individual or team's control. And by focusing too much on numbers and hard data, measurements then become a goal and a pursuit unto its own. What about less skilled for ensures accountability? Here we have behaviors such as fails to accept a fair share of personal responsibility, gathers little information about how things are going, provides inadequate feedback or fails to help others adjust course midstream, and prefers to be one of many accountable for an assignment. Okay, head back to your companion guide and do a few things to reflect on the results factor competencies. For skilled, bold or circle your strengths. For overuse, bold or circle the items to monitor. For less skilled, bold or circle items you can improve upon. Start thinking about ways to maximize your strengths, close gaps in your development areas, and resolve the questions you have about the anchors that were a little bit cloudy to you. All right, now it's time to move on to the next video in the series, the people factor.